Yeah, it's a Monday morning. I got here last night. I did the walk in late from Seathwaite and pitched just above that Steyr Tarn. And yesterday it was just a baking hot day, so I knew I didn't want to be out in that getting sunburnt. And I only walked for 5 minutes in direct sunlight before like the shade turned up, and that 5 minutes it was unbelievable, the heat. And it's been heaving up here, and the people coming down, you could say they've just been cooked alive, looking absolutely flustered. So that was the right thing. Got pitched just as it was getting dark, and then I didn't get into my sleeping bag till after midnight. I just sat outside. I had my windshield up. There's like a stone seat here. So I just sat there and I was just drinking cup of tea after cup of tea. Yeah, but now the wind's, it has been storm. I'm hoping it's going to ease up. I'm not rushing from here. I'm just going to take my time, just settle in. Yeah, I've got my new pack with me. It's the, what is it, the Osprey LT 65. And so I went home from my last wild camp and I couldn't breathe. I wasn't right. I didn't go to a campsite on the way home. I knew I'd just get home and just let it run its course. So I've been laid up. The most strenuous thing I've done is just have a walk along the beach each day and in the sea, paddling the sea. But yeah, so this the new rucksack, I got it heavily discount. I went down the rabbit hole of rucksacks. I knew what I wanted. I wanted something space with load carrying ability and comfort, and this one just kept coming up all the time. So I got a good deal on it because I've seen them retailing about $250, and I got mine off Amazon. It was it 26% discount? I got it for $188, but it took, was it 9 days to come because it was imported. I had to go through customs and everything. But yeah, I'll go through its features at some point. I'm not doing it here. It's too windy now. But it is comfortable. It's an XL. I've maxed it out and God, it just hugs your hips. And I got 4.5 litres of water just before Steyr Tarn. I thought, right, now we're going to feel the pain, you know. It's unbelievable. It's just I couldn't feel it. Like, that's 4.5 kilos I added on there, just on my last stretch up here. And yeah, so far I'm well impressed. So, but I really like that Gregory pack, but this is just, for what I'm doing, it's on a different level. It looks amazing as well. So yeah, like the plan last time I was out was to have a few nights out, and obviously when I brought the bag, plus I wasn't well. But hopefully, I'll see if I can do more than 2 nights this time. But I don't know about going up onto the high ground. It's quite strong, this wind. So probably what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my time packing away. And if it's still windy like this, then I'm going to find somewhere sheltered, because I'm not too far away from a path here as well. So it's just too many people around us to spend the rest of the day here. Because part of me was thinking just stay here and wait this wind out, but no. Plus I have another setup. That's why I needed that 65 litre pack, because all the camera gear, which never gets used, but I've got another setup I want to get used, but no, not on this. It's quite strong, these gusts. Yeah, cinnamon flavoured porridge. I'm going to try some of the different flavours, but the sachets take up no space in your bag. They weigh nothing. It's just a nice way to start your day. So I think if you're going to be out for like a few nights, it's definitely going to work. Yeah, I'm just packing away now, slowly packing away. Still gnarly out there. I mean, I'm hoping at some point on this trip I want to get this Rab Ridge Raider baptised, but if it's going to stay gnarly and it's going to be tent time or time spent inside the shelter, then it'll be this Wickiup. But I can't wait to use this because some of the fells I want to get done. I mean, the very next one I want to get done, I couldn't see anywhere to pitch a tent when I scoped that out. So yeah, the Rab Ridge Raider. Right, it's still gnarly out there. It's not very. It's like a bleak day really. So I've just pitched on the island at sprinkling time. New piece of kit. It's the Rab VR Summit Jacket. So the vaporised Summit Jacket, and I bought this in anger. And what happened was me blue. I had an ink blue Rab fleece and the zip jammed, and I couldn't undo the zip. I ended up tearing the fleece, and I had my eye up for the Rab Borealis jacket in ink, but they didn't have any in my size, and I'd seen this and I just bought this. I thought I'll just have that, but performed excellently today. So it's got like a, is it Pertex, like really fine wind-proof, water-resistant outer. It's been no rain, it's just a gnarly wind, and then it's got like a very fine fleece in it. It's about the thickness of an after 8, but what it does is it just wicks sweat away, vapor, manages it, it breathes, forces that out. You stay nice and dry, comfortable. Now it's been superb, you know, when I've been carrying the pack, and it's kept the wind out, but it just sort of regulates your temperature. But it's for high input, you know, when you, let's say when you're doing the work sort of thing. And yeah, so yeah, I've liked this. So this and the new pack, the Osprey LT, is it LT? Together they've worked superbly. All laid up now. So this is what I'm going to be having tonight. Mash, cheddar cheese mash. Cajun pasta, and then beef and tomato soup. So pretty basic, but it's not a one night wonder. I'm hoping to be out for a few nights, and I think the longest I've spent out in one go, it's about 7 nights, and then stuff like this. What else you do that? But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, was it that mash? I had put in mash on my last wild camp, which I've never done before, and it just tasted amazing. So I'm trying some different ones now. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm all settled, just easing myself in and just take it day by day. If it's bad tomorrow, I'll go down, rejig the gear and wait for a good forecast. But I love it, mate. I just just going to enjoy it, just soak it up. I'm looking forward to tonight. Put the door open, the wind's hitting the back. It is gnarly, but no. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea first and then I'll have some nosh. Yeah, I really like these. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just sort of having a warm meal in a location like this, but like that takes 2 minutes, weighs nothing, and then just using what's around you. That is just the abundance of water. I've got 4.5 litres of water in here tonight, and then I can just go and get another 4.5 litres literally 5 minutes away from here. It's beautiful night out there, absolutely stunning. But yeah, there's a couple of tents pitched now at the time, one quite close, so I'm going to call it a night. Put my earphones on, watch a movie, and I might pop out the tent just one more time, another hour or so. We'll see what the morning brings. Yeah, it's getting on. I've had a bit of a sleep in. Yeah, it was beautiful last night. Out there, it was absolutely perfect. Yeah, we'll see what happens today. Let's hope the weather gods are on my side. Right, it's nearly 10 to 5. I've been here since 2:30 and I'm sat right near the main cairn. There's nowhere to pitch a tent up here, nowhere at all. There's just a little bit of ground here where I should be able to get the Rab Bivi, the Ridge Raider Bivi. So finally get to give that a try. New pieces of kit, other new pieces of kit. VR Summit Jacket, absolutely superb. It's just so much better than the fleece. Just the breathability. I looked at the arms, and the insulation there, it's like thinner than the core fleece. And it's got little holes in it. It just breathes so well. It's absolutely amazing. Boots, me Terras, Scarpa Terras GTX. They're given now. They're just getting more comfortable by the day. But I have cleaned them and then I've put conditioner, leather conditioner, so which will loosen leather up. Good for boots, no good for knife sheaths. Do not use leather conditioner on knife sheaths because it'll loosen leather up and the blade will just keep falling out. But it's worked on these. So much more comfortable now. Anyway, oh yeah, the bag. So the Osprey LT 65. I mean, some people probably say 65. I mean, how big a bag do you need? But it's all the camera gear that doesn't get used. But it's all that camera gear. And I'm hoping to be out for, well, was this my third night? And for carrying stuff like, I've got 4.5 litres of water here, which I got at the stream. That was what was brilliant about this bag, is you don't even feel it. It's the hip system is so well built. You can like adjust it till it comes all the way around, really tighten it, and your hips really take the weight. It's the best fitting bag I've had, but is the XL. I never ever look at sizes of bags I even have ordered. I don't think, apart from my Bergen. Other things I like about it, the brain in the sleeping bag compartment. So I start with the sleeping bag compartment. There isn't one, and I've never understood why bags have a sleeping bag compartment. Because I'll put my bag in some of my sleeping bags, I can get down to that, and there's all that space that I don't use. So it's wasted space and added weight as well. Separating it, for me, it's just an absolute total waste of time. The brain on this is, it's normally they have 2 compartments. Again, it's just like, it's more added weight and less space, and there's so much space in this brain. It's just absolutely superb. It just, you can get so much stuff in. It's the same, and it's the same with the pockets on the hips. They're massive. But yeah, it's really comfortable. I would say, anything I don't have any negatives. It comes with a waterproof cover, which is in the bottom compartment. For me, I don't use waterproof covers because for me they don't work. Once the wind comes, they flap about all over the place and they're just neither use nor ornaments. So I'd rather not have had that compartment in the bottom, really. But for this setup, because I'm using my Bivi, I've brought a windshield up, so I'm just putting that in the bottom. Right, so I've got it pitched, which is amazing because you're not going to get anything other than a bivvy like this pitched on top of here. I've been on here for hours, I've been all over it. You can't get a tent pitched on top of this fell. Now I just need to figure out how to pack my gear into it. Well, I'm in. What time's it now? 20 to 11. I think I could have put the rucksack in the other way. I'm not getting out now and adjusting it. It's just pushing in on my knees, and then there's loads and loads of space right at the bottom. So I think if I'd put that the other way around, I'm just doing the figuring, you know. This is my first night in this bivvy. And the last time I spent a night in a bivvy was years and years ago. I used to have a Dutch Army bivvy. But I don't think this has as much space, but it's a lot lighter. But it is amazing being pitched right next to the cairn, because you ain't getting a tent anywhere near up here. You're going to have to go about a third of the way down this fell fight and pitch, so I'm pleased about that. And from the outside, it's just amazing. It's not in your face, you know what I mean? I can see me going a lot of places with this where, first of all, the walk in, no, you're just going to blend in with the walkers because you just put inside your pack, and then you just disappear with this. Plus the weight. The downside is I wouldn't like to get in this when it's pouring down, because how are you going to change your clothes in there? Get dried out, I don't know. But I'm just doing the figuring. So now I'm going to crash out. I'm going to get my head down and I'll see what I'm going to do in the morning. Whether to do a fell or go home for say 3 nights for rejig and come back out. Because the other thing is, like, I put the 2.5 grip mat, so it's low profile, but I'm still sort of touching the tent, and I've got a down jacket when really probably would have been better synthetic and stuff like that. But I only saw my forecast is up till tomorrow, and I don't know what's happening after that, so I don't know, it might be pushing me luck. So I might go home, rejig the gear, make some adjustments, and then come back out. If the weather's, I need that good forecast for the ones I want to get done now, especially with a setup like this. Five past 8. Time to get up. So I mean, I've had a comfortable enough night's sleep in here. It was nice laying, I want to say, and staring straight up at the stars through the netting or without the netting. I like that as well. I like the fact I'm literally like, I'm right next to the cairn, so I had more choice of where I could pitch, because there's nowhere to pitch a tent up here. I looked for hours, scratching my head, and there's nowhere to pitch a tent on Crags, so there was 2 hits basically. So I couldn't have got it done without this. But I want to say, I wouldn't like to be getting in and out in bad weather, because first of all, if you're getting in soaked, I don't see how you can change your clothes or sort it out really. And I would say getting out as well, you're going to get absolutely drenched. I'm just doing the figuring really for up here. I would imagine for me, if I thought the weather wasn't going to be too good, it's beautiful today. But maybe I would get in. If I was getting in dry, it might be a sort to get in with your waterproofs on, maybe as an outer layer for when you have to get out. But I think for me, I mean, I can remember, I camped on Cat's Eye Camp and I went up in the dark and somebody had a bivvy like this pitched red tan in, I mean, it was record breaking cold conditions that night. But you're not getting a soaking when you're getting in or out. It's when it's wet and windy weather that's where these are going to be an issue. Well, if you're in and you're getting in dry, I would imagine it'd be alright, but it's if you're getting in wet, you can't really do your administration in here, or your admins, or whatever you want to call it. Right, I want to get up. It is time to get up. I'm waffling on, I'm just waking up. Right, I'm just going to wrap this one up. I will talk about some of the gear first. First of all, the Rab VR Summit Jacket, absolutely superb in these conditions where it was, you'd have sunlight so you'd warm up and it would keep you cold, but then cloud would come over and the temperature would just drop, and it just worked perfectly. I won't be wearing that on my next trip. I like to rejig the gear all the time just to keep it fun. But yeah, well impressed. The Scarpa Terras GTX, they're given each time I come out more now, so I'm getting more and more space, so they're fantastic. The Rab Ridge Raider Bivi, I did get some condensation last night at the front, at the bottom where the bathtub is, the sides, it was absolutely soaking at the front, but I did have the Pertex outer door closed, so I opened that up and that seemed to help. I was warm, I was comfortable. The rucksack, I didn't get into my sleeping bag till about 2:30 when the temperature dropped, and I didn't even know I was doing it, but I pushed the rucksack right into the bottom of the bag, the bottom of the Ridge Raider. Then all of a sudden there was a lot more space, so I'm still doing the figuring and that. My thoughts on it are, I wouldn't like to be getting in there wet, because how do you do your admin? How do you get like dry clothes on and all stuff like that? You can't cook in it. But that didn't matter last night because the conditions were perfect, so I just cooked and drank tea till my heart's content. I stayed up till well after midnight, I'm sure it was. But other thoughts on it, I think tonight, if I do another fell, I'll probably put my waterproofs on in case I'm getting out in the wet, so I'm sort of hitting the ground running. That's the only thing about that. But what is good about it, what's amazing about it, is there's nowhere to pitch on this fell, the tent. If I'd come up with just a tent here, it's not getting done. And when I'm looking around, where am I looking at from here? Pike, Bowfell, Crinkle, Crags, Rossett Pike. They're all looking gnarly. But until I get there with my wild camper's head on, I don't know. So, will I do another night tonight? I don't know. I'm going to make my mind up when I'm packed, because I only got a 4-day forecast off the MWIS. So with this setup, I'm pushing my luck. But I'll say I might just chance one more, come down, rejig the gear, and as soon as I see a good forecast, I'll get a couple of days rest, 2-3 days rest, then straight back out. I could have done a week up here if I'd wanted, or longer, but the longest I've ever done is out wild camping, doing fell after fell, was the Fairfield Horseshoe, and towards the end it got a bit like too many Mars bars, so I sort of sickened myself off. So even though I initially got a lot done, I didn't get much done after it, because I just wanted to do a break from it. So I don't want to do that this time. I just want to come out, get a few nights in, go home, have a rest, rejig the gear and go along like that. Anything else to mention? There was, but it's gone. There was something. No. Right, I'm waffling on enough anyway. I'm going to call this one in. That's what I was going to say. This has been 3 nights, so I'm just gone up and just banged 3 fells off. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to do that. It's been brilliant. I've had like 3 different locations. Twice was the Wickiup 3 and once with the Bivi, and it's been a lot of fun. And was it last night? I was camped at sprinkling time. I mean, some people go, "Oh, sprinkling time, how obvious. Yeah, fair enough. But, oh God, on the islands, I can't. See, it's been that long. I mean, I pitched a week or so ago, but I was a regular there. But I think I used to go more in the winter and all that, where it was more tent bound. And the conditions were just superb. It was just amazing. But when you get to the top of Allen Crags, you can see down to Sprinkling Tarn, but between Allen Crags and Sprinkling Tarn there's a row of about 6 tarns, and I watched because I was up there till after midnight here. There was no tents, no lights, and it looks amazing there. If I come back I might have to go